Alrighty, what is up, everybody? Jay Baker Flugs here, and welcome to the next episode of A Day in a Life. Well, guys, I gotta say, tonight we are going to talk about Hollywood movies. And so far, gotta say, I'm gonna talk about it. Well, I got off the phone with my dad and told him what I went to go see last week. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. My dad's like, oh, Jonathan, that movie has really plummeted in Rotten Tomatoes. Did anybody go see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? Tell me what you thought. Write it down in the comments, and we'll host it in the next episode. But anyway, my dad's like, oh, I don't go out and watch movies, don't even go to the movies because of how woke Hollywood is and how they're bringing in their political agenda on a lot of people. Let me tell you guys something. Hollywood used to be great when back in the 1990s when they had Beethoven and his franchise that came out. Beethoven 1, which was 1992, Beethoven's second, and all his franchise from 1992 to 2014, that was like the greatest franchise ever made. And we'll say, it was pretty good. But anyway, I will say I got a copy of the entire franchise right here. And so far, this is what it looks like. All 8 films, as you guys can see. And it's pretty good. I grew up with Beethoven all my life. And, it's hard that we lost a great man like Charles Grodin. Charles Grodin, he was the father. He was George Newton, and everybody knows that George Newton will always be the man that we all see. Charles Grodin will always be George Newton in our eyes. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at, guys. Beethoven was like my 1990s favorite, growing up way back then. And 1992 was the first film, which I wasn't around yet. I was not even born until the next following year when my mom gave birth to me. And what the heck? I heard that. I heard that. He farts so loud. Oh, man. That's something to die about laughing. That was unexpected. But anyway, I gotta say, 1993 rolls in. It's about May the 8th. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, my mom, she gave birth to me. And boy, I tell you what, it's going through the months. And so far, my dad and mom, they were making sure that me and my brother, we were the little kids of the family. And December 18th, 1993 comes in. Man, that's like the second one in this episode. How many cars make a lot of noise? About a lot, right? But anyway, so the date rolls in, and the second Beethoven film already out. And I think we go watch it. And boy, howdy, I tell you one thing, it was one of the best films. I think I already had my eyes open. That I fell in love with it just watching it for the first time. But, guys, a lot has changed. As we look at Hollywood these days, it's not the same no more. They bring out all these new movies that really don't make any sense whatsoever. Like, Indiana Jones, I don't have a problem with that. Or Mission Impossible, which is the next film that I think about going and watching. Because that's got like Tom Cruise in it. But all these other films, it's just like a lot of them that really don't make any sense. Like, I don't know how to even emphasize a lot of between words. There's just a lot of movies out there that really don't make any sense. Because you look at how woke Hollywood is, it's not the same anymore. There used to be great movies like The Call of the Wild, Star Wars, and all these other films like Indiana Jones. My dad, he's like, Jonathan, way back then, when Harrison Ford used to be like your age, like 30, he did the first one, which I think it was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and or whatever film was first in Indiana Jones. But I tell you one thing, those are some pretty good films way back then. But how woke and political that they're putting on these films, and it's really not good when we all look at it. Hollywood used to be great way back then. And, they had movies that made a lot of sense.